Next lift is the reverse lunge. I've got 2 sets here. The aim on this is to keep it as glute focused as possible, meaning that I don't want my knee to drive over my foot, so no knee flexion. So I have to put my foot in a position where I can still come up and down, still keep all the weight on my feet, but so that my shin stays nice and vertical, which is why I do a few exercises, because I wouldn't say that I'm the most confident with this lift. It is a newer one over the past 12 months. So just aiming to get it right before we take even more load progression on it. If you watch my other videos, you'll realise why I put the box there. Yes, to get the actual elevation to do the reverse lunge, but also I put it in a place where I know exactly where my heel needs to go every time, so that there's no questioning or guesswork when it comes to my working set. I know where my foot's going to go. I know how my knee and my shin is going to be when I come down, meaning I can keep as much tension into my glute and keep the movement just flowing. No thinking, no overthinking, just getting to work. Bloody no. Felt heavy today. It's that dieting there. That and no knee sleeves. So my favourite 3 exercises for glutes are a hip thrust of all varieties, booty builder, machine, Smith, barbell. Barbell for me is definitely the king. It's what feels the best. It's the Billy Basic one. You get challenged massively in your stability, which your glutes react well with. So that is probably number 1. Kickbacks as an isolation is probably number 2 for me. You've got lots of different variety. A glute focused kickback just standard. There's different machines that you can do it on. A glute med kickback, a glute press through. There's lots of different variety with that, and it's a great isolation. Like a quad. That the best isolation movement that you could do for it would be a leg extension. It's so simple. Kickbacks, as long as you do it simple but do it well, it's a great movement. And then my other one would likely be a split squat. Again, there's lots of different variety with it. Smith machine reverse lunge is still essentially a split squat-ish. Split squats with the dumbbells bilaterally, unilaterally, like a contralateral loaded one. Contralateral loaded one, in my opinion, is king for glutes when it comes to a split squat, where you have one hand holding the dumbbell, one the opposite leg working, keeping your shin vertical. It's just fantastic. So for me, those 3 are king when it comes to glute movements for what I choose. And funny enough, I have it in all of my glute sessions, or a variation of each of them. That movement is supposed to be really hard in your front leg. Your back leg is there for stability only. So for me, that's why I lift my foot off the floor when I come up, because I can't use it then. When I'm at the bottom, I tried all my might to keep all the weight on my toes and my heel of my working foot and literally just drive through it. That way you get so much more out of it. Yes, it's harder, but harder is going to build muscle. Easier isn't. if you want to create tension into your glutes, you need to keep your pelvis tucked. You don't mean tucked like this, and I'm hoping that some of my clients are watching, because you'll say to someone, keep your pelvis tucked, keep your hips neutral, and then all of a sudden they end up looking like shitting dog. When in actual fact, it's just a case of, rather than being here or rather than being here, you simply just go, you almost think ribs down to your belly button, pelvis under a little so that your back can be flat. If you're arched like this, which a lot of girls do on all their squats and all their leg presses, you're not going to work your glutes effectively. Probably if you've got great genetics, you will, but not if you're someone who doesn't have great genetics. So you need to keep your spine neutral, you need to keep your hips tucked, you need to have a solid brace, and that is how you will build strength, it's how you will create tension, it's how you will be able to drive progression over time, it's how you're going to get massive. If you are someone that has great genetics and you've been able to get away with growing your glutes without doing all that, imagine if you applied that as well. That extra little 1% that could make you even better. And the only thing that I want for everybody is to be the best versions of themselves on stage or away from stage if you don't compete. Belly is definitely out. Breath is definitely in through the chest, but the brace comes from the belly being out. Yes, tight, but still out. So that's the only way I can describe it. Like a sumo wrestler. What a wanker. Bracing is the key fundamental to getting strong, holding everything tight so that you can build strength, as you just said, get more reps and get stronger over time. If you don't have a strong brace, you'll end up going all soggy when you do your lifts, you'll not be able to progress when it comes to your loads, you'll not be able to progress when it comes to your reps. Your hardest part of the movement will just break down, and then you'll find that a lot of people, even if they're trying to do failure reps, will not be able to push to failure / will do them almost fake failure reps because they'll lose their brace and then they'll get it and then and it'll be like in out, in out, in out. Whereas you can just get your brace and then you're good to go. Keep on rocking along until you hit failure. So the only simple thing that you want to think about is, imagine you're doing a plank hold on the floor, which is the reason why a lot of bodybuilders do it before they actually start training. The feeling that you get where you create tension between your diaphragm and your pelvis, so you almost think, ooh, imagine someone's punching you into your stomach, and that position that you'll get if someone is about to do that. Imagine you want to hold it that tight as if somebody's going to punch you and it's just going to ricochet off. That is the feeling that you'll get. So it's like a ooh. And I was saying before, it's like what a sumo wrestler does, because when they're squatting down on the floor, they'll be bracing hard so that they can smash into that next person. That's essentially what you need to think about. Brace and smash. You can apply that to all parts of your life and you'll have a happy lady. I've definitely done criminal justice today. Criminal justice? I've done something criminal. I've wore white socks with black shoes, and I've not wore a Trained by GFP top. So that means today's session, I've just not had no gains. Like wearing Nike with Adidas. You just can't do it. Next exercise is the glute focus kickback. Keep your chest over your hips, keep your back flat, keep your hip from pulling backwards, That would mean that your range of motion is not massive. Like if somebody's swinging their leg all the way up there and they're keeping their back flat, take my hat off to you. But as soon as your back starts arching, I'm not saying that the tension's completely lost from your glute, but you've not got as much on. So core tight, hips under, back flat, kick your leg as far back as it can go, but always come into full stretch. Have a pause at the top and the bottom. Lovely jubbly, big bottom. Or at least try it, might be. That's the end of my leg training. Hopefully you took some stuff away from it when it comes to bracing, glute training, how to approach it if you are doing just lower body specific, you are just training lower body. You might get to that point in your bodybuilding career. You might just want to do that as a female or even as a male. That's what you might want to do. And I hope that my training actually helps that for you as well. I love to train. I love all things bodybuilding. So anything that I can share, please do comment below anything that you'd like to. If you got to the end of my video, please put made it. That's it, just made it. Take my hat off to you if you actually get to the end of my video without thinking, oh God, stop talking, Meg. Because I think about that sometimes. I'm doing my voice notes for my clients and I just think, oh, I wish I could just stop hearing myself talk. What an annoying voice. How funny. I bet my clients think that as well when I'm telling them 50 million things that's wrong with their armpits. Sorry, but I want you to be a good bodybuilder, so that's what I want you to be. If you'd like coaching, please go to our website, teammkcoaching.com, www.teammkcoaching.com. Click Inquire with Meg, and it'll take you to my type form where I can get all the lovely information about you so that we can start some work together. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Back again for another video.